into the unknown, making of Frozen. Oh, nothing's better back. It's so lovely to have them with me. So, get your tissues, because this is going to be a bit of a... Oh, it's a bit of an emotional one, this one. It's as we journey to Ahtohallan. I hope I pronounced that right. So, a lot of emotion points in this episode, for so many reasons we'll get on to later on. But we kick off with the next sort of screening that they take place. But this was the 5th of 6 that they were doing, and it's where we get to be introduced to another song that got cut called "See the Sky," and this was to sort of help introduce the Northundra tribe and obviously the PTM36. But in the end, after the screening, they just felt it did not sort of land. It didn't really receive well by the audience as was hoped. So that got cut. However, Show Yourself somehow managed to stay in the game, because obviously so far they've been talking about how Show Yourself has been quite the hardest one to do. There's been lots of discussion whether it's going to be in or it's not. That stays in. And obviously what's interesting is obviously generally when goes, because later on we see the PTM36 actor come in to do some pickups, which is where is it? Sterling K. Brown. Yeah, they basically had to say to look, the song we didn't think was going to get cut got cut. The one we thought was going to get cut, which was Show Yourself, that did not get cut. So that's how it is. So you see him had to do some pick-up lines, and obviously he talks more about how his character is going to be the first of African descendant in the Frozen franchise. So obviously you get to see how that, and obviously how he thinks it sort of his character relates to him. So that's brilliant there. I think you can sort of tell there's a point on his face where he's like, oh, no song. Yeah. But he handled it well. A lot better than I would have done if I was told my songs getting cut. I was like, no way. Or I'd be like, well, can I at least record a bird bit to release myself? So we get to see this, because it's like that. Right. So speaking of Show Yourself, we do finally get a breakthrough. And that is that with now in thanks to some reworkings, they are finally able to get this big breakthrough, which is on who the voice calling Elsa is. And obviously at the end we finally settle that on it being Elsa's mother, Queen Adonna. And we hark back to the lullaby that we had at the beginning of the film, when we see Anna and Elsa, so it's little children with the mom. And so we get to see how it helps to really make Show Yourself work. And we have her actor, which is Rachel Woods, come in to record her part of the song, which is right actually towards the end, where you bring in the voice, and we hear Elsa's mother again. So actually quoting some of the lines we heard from the lullaby. So I'm just going to bring the lyrics up to help me here. It's right towards the end. So it's where is it? Right, yes. So yeah, so the lines from the lullaby, boys, is where the north wind meets this. Sorry, no, I shouldn't be saying it. I should be seeing it. Shouldn't I? Supposing myself. So the bit from the lullaby that we get hark back to is here. So after we've had the one moment more, we then have the where the north wind meets the sea. Ah, there's a river. Ah, full of memories. then you've got, and then obviously you have to do this bit here, which is "Come, my darling, homeward bound." Then we go to sing "I am around," and then basically you have it all still and else come together on the last bit. So with the "Show yourself, step into your power, grow yourself into something new." Then the it does this line, "You are the one you've been waiting for." Then it goes back to us with "all of my life. Oh, show yourself." So we have the ooh, ah, ah, ah. That's Elsa finally doing it that bit she's between the boys say, but the whole Polish band is herself there towards the end. Yeah. So it's only a couple of little lines that obviously she has, another has the song, but they are really powerful and really key because they help with being able to fix the song and give that breakthrough to make the song work, because they've been struggling up to this point. How do we make it work? Then finally, right at the end, it works, and they manage to get it to work, and it ends up working brilliantly. So it's a relief there for everyone, because obviously Show Yourself, like I say, it is a beautiful song. I really, really love it. I think it's underrated. It works brilliantly, and the hard work pays off in the end, as you see in the final product. Now, Show Yourself also plays a little bit of what's the right word? A help sort of inspiration for Ahtohallan in that sequence, and the team even did a little recce. Should I explain to you what recce means? So recce. I'll tell you what it means. Recce is where you go and check out a location for an upcoming film or TV show where you just take show, and that's what we have here. So we get to see them do a little recce, do out into Scandinavia, so into Norway, Finland, and Iceland. And we're seeing all those different environments. I thought they just looked really, really stunning. I thought seeing that waterfall, I thought it was just amazing. I thought it looked really stunning and so mesmerising. It really took your breath away. It was absolutely amazing to see those, because Scandinavia played a big help in the inspiration for Frozen in the first film, and here we are again in the second film. It has big inspiration here in helping to create Ahtohallan, which proved to be a lot more difficult than Elsa's Ice Palace. That was quite fascinating. Yeah, so it's so lovely, and obviously they focus on Elsa's movements in Show Yourself to help with that, which is involved towards what is a masterpiece of scenery. It's absolutely brilliant. But I just loved seeing those glaciers. Those glaciers look absolutely stunning that we saw, and the waterfall. I thought it was absolutely amazing, and you could just really tell. Yeah, this is definitely helping to inspire what has been the world of Frozen, and it just makes it look really, really, really stunning. It's absolutely amazing, really, really gorgeous. Right, okay. So now we come on to the emotional part of the whole episode, which of course is we deal with the next right thing. I think this is the best song from Frozen 2. I think this is the best one. Now, I'm going to let you into a little something here, guys. Before I went to see the first film, I did not listen to any of the songs beforehand. I can't remember if I heard Her to Let It Go beforehand or not, but I never really listened to any of the songs beforehand. In Frozen 2, I decided to do things differently and listen to a couple beforehand. I did listen to all of them. I listened to 3 beforehand. I listened to Into the Unknown, Show Yourself, and The Next Right Thing. And when I was listening to The Next Right Thing for the very first time, without knowing what's going to happen in the film, without knowing what leads up to it, I was listening thinking, why is Anna so sad? You know, it's like, why is Anna so sad? Because I could tell from the tone of her voice and the tone, the music. In fact, you could basically hear Anna basically on the verge of breaking down. I'm thinking, why is Anna so sad? Because here we are at Frozen 2, you know, she's got her relationship with her sister back, she's got herself a boyfriend, she's got two of the best friends in the whole wide world. It's like, why is Anna so sad? And it wasn't until we went to see the film that I go, oh my god, I get it. Because, oh my god, does Frozen 2 pack in a real emotional punch. And even I was literally in tears listening to the song because of literally what I just had to watch. I thought, literally, I just had to watch my poor Olaf die. That was so horrible. I remember when we were watching it, I literally had to just try and because I could feel it, because like, oh my god, I could feel tears going. It's like, I need to buy the teachers. Well, my life mantra to you people, you friends, wherever you're watching the world, is always make sure you have a pack of tissues with you. However, the problem for me was, when I finally got those, it's a new pack! So, oh no, I had to try and put them again. I was like, oh god, it was dreadful. But yeah, but I was like, right, okay, I get it, I get it now. I absolutely get why this song is so emotional and why it's so sad. And I remember seeing the comment, reading some of the YouTube comments, to try to get like a gauge of it. And one of my favourite one was, Yeeshana, it's not Les Mis! I've not seen Les Miserables, but I'm guessing that's quite a sad film as well. But oh my word, because I remember when I heard it before we went to film, I was like, why is Anna so sad? Why is she... What she got to need to be so sad? And of course, she's got everything, because at that point, she kind of feels like everybody in her life has basically gone. And it's just, wow, it's huge. It packs a real emotional gut. Really gets to the emotional gut. I'm always welling on almost every time I hear it ever since. And I love is how the development that went into making this song. I just loved hearing how developed it, and loved hearing the meanings behind it, like how the song was developed through a conversation between Anna, Kristen Bell, and Jennifer Lee about about Kristen's depression and anxiety, two big things which are really, really important. We need to have conversations about. We just not make them taboos. We need to be conversations about. And also how they're related to Anna based on experiences of being bullied, which I could also relate. And it's just wow. So I loved how you get to hear how the development that went into making the song. And oh god, I'm gonna go now. We better not, because if I do break down, we're gonna be here all night. So, but yeah, so loved hearing how the themes behind that, and also how this song provides a challenge for Anna's amateur supervisor, who talked about how in this film Anna gets to be a bit more sad, you know, because in the first one she's sort of fearless, and in this film she's experiencing facial expressions that she didn't really get in the first film. So, which is good because it shows there's a different side to Anna than just being what she was in the first film, and we get to see how that goes as well, and it's just so, it's just such a beautiful song. I personally think this is the best song from Frozen 2, and I stand by saying if I did not listen to that before I went to see the film, I don't think I would have appreciated it as much as I did. If I had heard that for the first time I was watching the film, I probably wouldn't have been paying attention to it, because I was still like, oh my god. I'd still be wearing up like, oh my, Olaf's dead. How dare you kill Olaf? You spent next! So I probably would have been paying attention because I'm just still working on the register, but working in Greece, but I've just watched Olaf die. I don't think I would appreciate it as much as I did. But the fact that I heard that song beforehand, I'm like, okay, yeah, I've got some more appreciation for it, and will always keep making the case and argue why that is actually the best song from Frozen 2, even though it's not been given the same amount of love and attention as Into the Unknown got. But I always think, by personal, the best right thing, that is the best song from Frozen 2, and I think that's a song that is very relatable for all of us in life, regardless of what we have been gone through. But, and there is also another, it gets even worse now, another inspiration for the song was also Chris Box's loss of his son, Ryder. And towards the end of the episode, we talked about how for this film they named a character called Ryder in the film. It's the cat film. He's the one that basically hangs around and befriends Kristoff and introduces all the other reindeer. Ready for obviously Kristoff's big number. But yes, and of course Ryder has some very similar characteristics, traits to Kristoff as well, particularly when it comes to his obsession with the reindeer. But I just thought that was real sweet, and to hear him talk about it, hear them all talk about their hustles rides, I thought that was just so important, because obviously we need to make these things not taboo. We need to have conversations, real big conversations about them, and I think that just helps this song even more, because it's absolute. I always give props to this song, because it's not, you don't just hit just call on a sing it. You also feel the emotion, because there are both. Because if you play the song, go and play the song after you've watched this show and listen to it. There you go. That's your homework for this week. Go listen to the next right thing after you've watched this show. And just listen to it. Maybe close your eyes. Just try and pay attention to Anna's tone, and because there are moments where she literally is on the verge of breaking down into tears, and that is absolute props. That is absolute props there, and that is not easy to do. That is not easy to do, and so props to Chris right there. That is absolutely stunning. That is an absolute, just amazing song. And I think it's absolutely great. It's the best one from Frozen 2, and here you get to learn why it's the best song, even though it's through really tough and difficult and emotional and sad circumstances, but they all help to deliver what is definitely one of the best songs from Frozen 2. It really, really is. Okay, told you it's gonna be hard hitting this one. But yeah, but wow, it's just incredible. It's an incredible song. It really is incredible. Okay. Right, I think we're going to leave it there. We've pretty much covered all we want to cover for the episode. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you've loved it, do click the like button. Also, you have to subscribe to the channel. Come back, you can click the subscribe button. Then that way you'll never miss a single moment when you contact the channel, including browser plus the mouse. I can't even speak now. It's all burning up. Until next time, it's goodbye from Span. It's goodbye from Olaf, and from me, if I could just about manage it. Until the next time, au revoir.